Hello, folks. Today we're just going to go and do about an hour live stream. Probably walking just to try and get some exercise in. Uh, my friend Kelly actually gave me a good idea. Get some cardio in. You don't really have to strain yourself in order to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear a couple things up real quick. First of all, the money that I do have is not for me to spend. It's for me to pay the bills. My bills. Um, Anybody that would be coming after me doesn't touch a person that's on disability. That's the law here in Jersey. It may not be where poor man's speed shop is, but it is here. You can't be touched by anybody. Don't know why. I don't have the facts about it, but I do know that's the story. The other thing is, let's see. The wife did walk out of here with plenty. She had an inheritance of 140 something thousand dollars. She walked away with the little bit of inheritance I had from my parents, which was equivalent to $16,000. And she screwed up my credit card debt, which was $27,000, and wound up putting the house in a variable mortgage, not a fixed mortgage. So she did enough of screwing up things. Plus, she was the one that was violent. She was the one that hit. I was not. That's the reason why I'm not in jail. Because I don't put my hands on women. I was never raised that way. That's the difference. Okay. Let's see. I was still gonna say I'm gonna walk down the other way because there ain't nothing up here. I'm not opening up my live streams anymore for people who are here to bait me or to make me feel bad or to troll me. If you're going to troll me, you will be banned. That's it. I am not playing these games with people anymore. I have a heart condition. I have high blood pressure. I have breathing problems, and I don't need somebody aggravating me. So I will be avoiding all conversations with anybody that has to do with anybody else that's derogatory towards me, who belittles me, who undermines my character and tries to smear it and tries to collect what they call shock value subs by sitting there talking shit about somebody they know nothing about and trying to create subs based on the I can't believe he did that factor. So you want to do that, go elsewhere. Not interested. Well, since that phone doesn't want to do it my way, I guess we're going to have to do it this way. um, anyway, I am thinking about being on permanent disability. I like to have my life back. I have proven myself for many years. I'm over 50 and I don't have much time left. And I'd like to enjoy what little time I have left enjoying life, not putting up with um, stupidness or trolls or aggravating factors, doesn't help. When we're all kids, well, at least from Generation X, a lot of us kids, as kids, enjoyed what free time that we did have back then. Okay. But as we grow older, we get more responsible. We take on more responsibilities. We have to work harder jobs. We have to do more in order to make more. And now our economy has gotten to the point where it's just it's not feasible anymore. You can't work yourself to death. That doesn't help. No, I'm not going back to work, Jerry. Well, the one that's got to take care of himself is me, first of all, and I can't do that with me being constantly badgered by people who speak half truths, or they take a story and twist it around to make me seem like I'm a person that belongs in jail or something when I'm not. Um, in order to create shock subs for themselves, because that's exactly what they're doing. Uh, I've ran across a couple of people that have done that on YouTube, and the main reason why they do that is because they don't want to see somebody get ahead. They want to make sure that they hold you in your place, and no matter what they got to say, no matter how true or false it is, that's what they do. They don't care about you. That's the problem with this world nowadays. People don't care about one another. We're supposed to be on this planet to help one another. You know what I'm saying? Not be against one another. And only thing I'm seeing is people bashing other people, and people, making derogatory statements, and what you should do and what you should do. You know what? There are set laws for things you can and can't do. Freedom of speech is one thing. Okay. Um, if you're from my generation, you're brought up that hitting a woman is not manly. That's what a wimp does. A sissy boy. And I don't do that. So, you know, my ex walked out of here with no bruises on her. We went to court. The day we went to court, she came back, stayed another month. And then I turned around and I told her to get out. A cop just waved to me, and I waved back to him. That's weird up here because normally they don't do that. Um, but I just told her, I said, don't come back. She had money. She went to Florida. She went and lived down there for a while. She wanted to party. She couldn't do it because she didn't have enough money to keep it going. So she moved into another state, and she bought herself a house, and she stays there. She doesn't bother me. I don't bother her. I'm not bothered with it. The things that have happened, I've taken responsibility for. And that's why I'm selling the house, because it's become out of control. I can't afford it. Plain and simple. It's got nothing to do with anything else. It's got nothing to do with anybody being an abuser, or somebody drinking alcohol, or somebody doing booze or drugs. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm not a druggie. Now, some of the people that I've seen trying to do the shock value for subs, let's just say they look like they are on drugs. Really, literally. They look like they still do them today. And they still look like they do hardcore booze, you know? But ultimately, with the drugs and the booze, you'd be killing yourself, you know, a lot faster than anything else, because all it takes is one person to get behind the wheel of a car while they're doing the drugs or they're doing the booze, and they could take somebody else out of the equation. Never mind themselves. Apparently they don't care enough if they're putting themselves in that position. But when you're taking somebody else out, that's a whole different ball game. The same goes with on YouTube. We're supposed to be here to help one another, not to put each other down and step on everybody. And that's where I think a lot of people on here have lost the sense of reality. They're more into the shock value, or, trying to get subs by saying shit that isn't true. It's not a political campaign. We're not here trying to smear mud. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be here to help each other get ahead. Like me getting subs in order to get monetized. Well, why is everybody else on here? Why do you have an account? Just to be a public subscriber? There may be a couple of them. But ultimately, people are on here to be monetized. They want to actually make money off of YouTube. They put enough of their time and effort into it. Why the hell not? Um, I'm slowing down because I'm having difficulties breathing. So I'm probably going to sit for a minute. And maybe the stone will be good enough. There's a stone over there. I could sit on that one. But I mean, I go to these other people's pages. I see what they're putting up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stupid. Um, and I do try to come on here and correct their false legalities pointed at me, because my character is not what they're making out to be. And I don't believe that anybody should have to go through that kind of garbage and deal with stupidity like that. Nobody. You know, I'm not a teenager. I'm not 20 years old. Uh, I'm a senior. And, like I said, as far as that goes, I've already made my way in life. I already proved my point. I've been working since I was a kid, you know, and I just don't understand why people have to do that. Jerry, the other thing is, as far as taking care of yourself goes, a lot of people don't know what it means to take care of themselves. Like me, I've been sitting there fighting with this water retention ever since April. And this morning I had a hard time breathing because the water was building up in me. I could feel it. You know what I mean? My breathing was like uh, a lot harder. It was harder to breathe than normal. When I take that Lasix pill in order to get rid of the water, it flushes my system, so it makes it easier for me to breathe. But during the day, I mean, hell, you gotta have something to drink. You gotta drink fluids, and you have to eat right. Well, I mean, I eat what I can. Yeah, you're right on that one, Joe. You got that. But you know what? That's like telling a drug addict to stop doing crack, or an alcoholic to stop drinking. You know what I mean? As much as I want to try, and I have done it for months at a time, it's just not feasible for me. And no matter how many times, like yesterday, I tried all day. I stayed outside of my house, left my cigarettes at home, and I was out from like 6 in the morning until like 9 o'clock at night. And what did I do when I got home? Light up a cigarette. So all that went for nothing. You know what I mean? I do try. It's not like I don't. But your body actually, when you're doing things like that, your body craves, what you're not giving it. Like nicotine. It's like food. If you don't give yourself food, what's going to happen? You're going to starve to death. Well, when you don't give your body nicotine when you normally have it, you get withdrawal symptoms. Kind of like a drug, but it's not illegal. Well, that's why I'm out here walking. See, I'm outside today. I was inside earlier, but I have to get out of that house. I can't stay in there all the time. You know, just too much. And I don't have the kind of shoes to go walking in the woods or anything like that. But at least I'm out. When I need to sit and take a breath for a minute, I'll do that, and then I'll get back up and do it again. Like right now, I'm having it again, but I'm also sweating, so I can feel that as well. But yeah, some of the people were making what was it, threats about me having money. Well, that's disability money. That's money that's given to me because I'm on disability. So it doesn't matter who they call. They're not going to come after me because the courts will deny them. The only time they come after you is when you're working a job. That's when they come after you. Hold on. Nope, I'm not scared, because you want to know why? And you can come in on my live stream, dude. I'll tell you straight to your face. My ex-wife has got over $140,000 before she left. She took $16,000 worth of my inheritance money. She screwed up my credit to the tune of $27,000. Okay. She also put the house on a variable mortgage. So if you want true facts, there it is, buddy. Okay. Nobody ever put a hand on her. She put her hand on me. The only thing was I never filed charges against her because I didn't want to see her going into jail or anything. That's the truth. That's not altered from what you and your buddy are doing. The shit that I'm talking is real. Her kids' friends are actually witnesses to it. Even my own brother is a witness to it. There was a time where I got my brother back from Ohio, and he was inside my house. This was after my divorce, and she was supposed to leave. Well, she stayed for a month longer. I didn't kick her out. I didn't want her there, but, I didn't kick her out. And then she gave my brother a laptop that had viruses. And then she took it back from him. And my brother and I, we do not like Indian givers. If you're going to give something, give it from your heart. Don't give it on fake pretenses. Okay? For you that's in there from your, poor man's speed shop, here's the other thing. The 10 grand is disability. Well, not 10 grand. It's not 10 grand. It's disability money that gets paid to me because I'm on disability. I do have heart condition. I do have high blood pressure. I do have the scripts. They're sitting in my bedroom. I take them every day. I'm over 50 years old. I did used to work as a patient care associate for 15 years. I did work as a bus driver for over 30 years, special needs children and all mainstream kids. I don't have a criminal record. In New Jersey, if you work in a school district, you get fingerprinted first. If you're a teacher, you get fingerprinted first. They won't let you near kids if you have a criminal record. And that's a fact. That's Jersey law. It's not Chicago. It's not Kansas. None of that stuff. And the part of the video that you're talking about in order to try and do shock treatment with your collectors of subs, the Mortsky thing, yeah. Look under DD Speed Shop. Look under Brooklyn. And read the damn listing of what he puts under there. It lists Mortsky's name for stealing things. So I'm only saying what's actually on social media platform, which is actually... There's no thing that to actually get me in trouble for that. I don't sit there and pull up people's old ass personal documents and try and slander their personality or their character. But I don't appreciate you doing it either because you just don't understand what you're doing. Maybe that's the problem. Okay? I'm not doing anything to you or your pal. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to sit there quiet and take your shit either. And I want you to know that. You get the same respect you give other people. If you give them shit, they're going to give you crap in return. That word was supposedly said one time, and it was never called out to anybody outside of the car. It doesn't matter what I say, if I said it or not. It's in my car. If I want to sit there and call myself a honky, I have a right to do that too. Nobody hears it, so what the hell does it matter? And we have this thing in the United States called freedom of speech. Freedom of the press. Okay, freedom of not having your personal information slandered all over social media. Why do you think so many people will not give their ID up to cops? because they only thing that they do with your idea is they run it through their database and they put it out all over the damn place. Nobody wants their personal life interfered with to that matter. Like the minute this starts getting out of control, that's when I'm ending the stream because I'm not going to deal with this again. You always take everything I say and you turn it around, twist it upside down like a little child would do, taking what somebody says. If they say, well, today is September 1st, they'll turn it around and say, today is September 31st. That's what a feeble-minded person does. They don't pay attention to what they're doing. They cause problems and drama and chaos for no reason. You don't even know me. You have no idea who I am. But because somebody else is doing this shit, you figure, let me try it so I can get some shock subs. And that's not the way to do other people. I don't have any ill-gotten, feelings towards any of these people. But they keep coming to my live stream. They cause drama. They cause chaos. They go on their own pages. They cause drama. They cause chaos. They do nothing but make problems. And they expect me to sit there and walk around with my tail between my legs and not say a word. How in the hell would you do if somebody did that crap to you? I guarantee you wouldn't like it. And I guarantee you wouldn't keep your mouth shut either. Your documentation for the whatever the hell it was, my father's been dead since 2007. His name was on that. That's how old that is. Okay? My mother died in 2003. There is nothing on there from me. And the mortgage thing, you're wrong on that too. If I was going to be evicted or thrown out of my house or foreclosure, it could say foreclosure on the frickin' Zillow until it turns blue in the face. I just made the September 1st mortgage payment. Over $1,900. So that's what I use that money for. Not to flaunt it. I know what I can spend and what I can't spend. And I usually keep the money on the side so that way I have my bills covered. I'm not irresponsible. I'm not 20 years old either. Aha, you're real funny. Why don't you treat people with the same respect that, you expect to get treated from people? Work on those cars that you have in that backyard. Take down that frickin' pool. Because you got no liner in it. It's got weeds growing up it. It's an eyesore. Cut your hair, shave your beard. Show yourself a little respect. You want to talk about everybody else. So how are you going to twist this around to be ass backwards? Because I know that's what you're doing all along. That's what you've been doing. Nothing like living in the woods. You're going to sit there and try and threaten to destroy somebody's livelihood based on a video from a social media platform? Dude, how old are you? Respect is earned, not given. If you're going to show disrespect towards me, that's what you're going to get in return. I didn't come to him on his channel or start shit with him on his channel. He started shit with me from my channel. That's the difference. Because, like everybody else who actually has a YouTube channel, we're trying to get monetized. Maybe not right now, but somewhere down the line, we're trying to get monetized. And the other people are actually supposed to be there to help one another out. Not to deface the person, not to be selfish, not to defame them and make them look like something they're not. That's just not ethical at all. It doesn't make any damn sense. It's like somebody coming up to you out of nowhere. You don't know them at all, and they just punch you in the face. And then they expect you to just walk away? Really? First thing my ass is doing is filing harassment, assault and battery charges against you. That's it. And yes, as far as those families are concerned, the guy named Charles, well, he lives in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. And the other person's name, they live on Alps Road in Wayne. So it's not bullshit. And neither are the people that I know that are affiliated with them. Like I told you, being that I have the heart condition that I have, the high blood pressure, the water retention, the lower degenerative back disorder, the arthritis in the same leg that I actually have the water retention, I don't get around very much. I'm over 50. I know I'm overweight. I know I'm fat. But you know what? So are the guys from that poor man's speed shop. They're both heavy too. So why are you busting on my ass about my weight? Look at yourself. You don't have to be in a gang to know somebody. I also know people that are, let's see, mayor. I know the recent mayor where I'm at. I know a mayor in another town who is also a lawyer, who is also a judge. Same person. His wife is a prosecutor for domestic violence. Okay. Two other people, both married to one another. They are advocates for the elderly. So people like me, I've done my part by helping the elderly out. I've done more than poor man's speed shop. All the drama plus extra could ever think that I've done. And you get bonded with that too. So it's pretty much the same as fingerprinted because they don't want you coming in their house stealing their shit. If you're like that, or if you have a record on you of being a thief or a burglar or anything like that, you're not going to work for them because they're not going to want you in that house. That's common sense, which is what a lot of people are lacking today. Common sense. They may have book smarts, but they sure as hell don't have street smarts. And me personally, I would rather have street smarts than book smarts because staring at a computer screen all day can make you go blind. I don't know who that is. See, this thing is doing that again where it's disappearing. I'm just saying, I'm trying to clear this up because that person is in my live stream right now that's been mocking me. And I don't care if they were to come in here in the live stream with me if I was actually on StreamYard, but I'm not. You know? But if you're going to talk about something, you also have to listen. It's not all about you. and shock treatment or shock value or shock subs. You actually have to listen to the other person too. That's what we call a conversation when both parties talk, not just one. And you don't try and override somebody like you're some kind of damn trailer park trash and talk over them. That's disrespectful. Ugh. Well, that fender's been sitting for about 6 days. Got water spots on it, but that's about it. Yeah, see, this was my mother's car. See how flat it is? You can see the wheel right there. The top was caved in, okay? So it went from this car to that car, and it missed that one completely. And God was looking out for me because I know He knows that I've been working on that car for the past 3 years. So that's what that's all about, folks. Just show a sense of respect. If you're going to post something online, please know what you're talking about and don't make threats about their life. That's not the way to do things. You don't resolve issues that way. I wouldn't do that to anybody. Sit there threatening, I'm going to destroy your life because I'm not liking what you're telling me. I really can't do anything about you not liking what I'm telling you. It is what it is. It's not what you think it is. It's what I'm saying it is. That's the truth. So, no, he doesn't. He makes slandering videos and false accusations about my character. That's what he does. That's what he's doing. That's what we call shock value subs. That's how he gets his subs. Even if they're from my page, that's how he does it. He's in here right now. He's in my live stream. Probably recording every damn thing I'm saying so he could twist that around and make that out to be something that it isn't. Doesn't surprise me in a bit. We also have others that are doing it. They've been doing it for a long time. The 57 has the oil pan gasket in. I also I repainted both of the fenders. Beknownst to me, the driver's side door kept getting stuck on the fender, so it was like making a loud noise. So I had to back the fender up off of it on the driver's side, and now I have to repaint that fender again because right where the line is of the fender, where it meets the door, is all nicked up again. You can only paint a car, no matter which way you do it, you can only paint a car in 60-degree weather or above. Anything less than that, and it comes out spider webbed. It'll come out massive orange peel because it's not sticking. It's not adhering to it. Everything that you said on your page is not true. That money is disability money. Did you hear that? Repeat after me what I just said. The money that I showed is disability money. I waited 8 weeks for that money to start showing up. And it doesn't come in as much as you think it does. So what I do is when I don't have bills, I put it off to the side for when I do have bills. You understand that? Or is there something you're not getting in the reference of from which I speak from my tongue? Do you not understand English? Nobody is going to come after somebody who is on disability. Okay? Yeah, exactly. is going to come after anybody on disability. Ask me how I know that. Because my brother's on disability. They didn't go after him either. They couldn't. And if they tried, they have to refund the money. Now, as far as the job goes, I left the job April 11th. I will not be going back to a job until November. And by that time, I won't even be in Jersey anymore. And the ex-wife was never beaten by me. I was beaten by her. And I have a brother that can confess to that. Under a stack of Bibles. No, I don't know if I'm going to, it'll be a while. I'm not going to jump into another marriage. I want to make sure this person doesn't have any kind of hidden agenda or it's not an act. Because a lot of women today are not what they make themselves out to be. And unless you're with them for a while, you can really never tell. You know what I mean? You have to see them slip where they lose their temper and stuff like that. When they lose their temper, that's usually the way the person is. It's none of your business to call that person. Leave fucking people alone, dipshit. Get a fucking life. Why don't you clean up them damn cars in your fucking backyard and that damn pool and shave your fucking beard and cut your goddamn hair? He's still running his mouth. That's why. I don't know who the hell he thinks he is, but he ain't half of what he thinks he is. Yeah. Yeah, I picked this up a couple of days ago. It was like $60 for this. It's not really new, it's secondhand, but I buy things when they're cheap. I don't buy things when they're like there's this one guy at the mall, he had like this big Cuban necklace. And it's like 28 ounces of silver. I'm like, it's nice to look at, but you know what? I really wouldn't want that around my neck, giving somebody a chance to look at it and try and snatch it off my neck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, first of all, I'm not crapping out that kind of money for silver. For that kind of price, I can get over an ounce of gold, My watches, the Invictas, they were $58. They normally go for over $224. She was. Somebody that sits there and constantly does pot. When you're sitting there trying to enjoy time with them and their head's all clouded by a chemical imbalance due to, hops and shit or whatever the hell else, you can't level with a person that's in that realm because they don't actually have any concept of what you're talking about. They're in their own world. It's the same with a person who's an alcoholic. When you sit there and you drink constantly, you're so doped up on booze, you don't know if you're coming or going. That's why I got, it's a normal size one. That's the reason why I like this. It's not too bulky and, you can always go like this. Somebody don't have to see. Just go like this. There you go. Now you don't even know I'm wearing one. So, but the watches are like $58. They're Invictas, and I am surprised. I'll tell you who had them. Walmart. I can't understand how the hell Walmart had Invictas. Invictas. None of the other stores have it. They don't have these watches because what's the purpose of this? The purpose of this is because we got people sitting there saying that I'm hoarding money and I'm not paying my bills. No, the money is being hoarded so I can pay my bills when they're due. That's the difference. I don't get paid every week from disability. And it took me 8 weeks in order to get it. And now that I'm coming to this frickin' motif. Here's your water pills right here, little white pills. That's to relieve water that builds up in my body. This is an antibiotic because I have a sore down on my above my ankle on my right leg that's been there since April 11th. This is low dose aspirin, okay? Because of my blood pressure. This here is heart medication. No bullshit, pal, for real. And these are actually Lipitor for cholesterol. I tried, man. Like I said, but you got people like this that aggravate the hell out of me because they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and it's pissing me off. It's like a bad rash that won't go away. They're talking misguided information. They're posting non-truthful stuff, and I don't know whether they think they're funny or if they haven't grown up mentally or their mentality is not registering as an adult. I have no idea what it is. But the fact of the matter is it just does not make sense. None of it. And it pisses me off that people would do that. That they were that childish to pull crap like that. Because I wouldn't waste my time doing that to them. I got better things to do. But I'm at the same time not going to sit there and keep quiet. That's why I have two other channels. No, it's that the poor man's speed shop. He's the one that's been sitting there spreading all this gossip bullshit. He's in the live stream just above you. He's talking a bunch of crap. He's sitting there passing out information, personal information that if I were to do that to him, they would suspend my account. Because you're not supposed to be posting people's names or address. That's a privacy issue. Even if you can get it, it doesn't matter. You're not supposed to do that. I don't. You're not hearing me calling your house or your girlfriend or boyfriend or your parents or whatever. So if I'm leaving you alone in that facet, why are you bugging me? I'm over 50 years old. I'm a senior. Maybe your buddy Beamer is in his 20s. I'm not. If you don't like what I say, or if you don't like my live streams, or if you don't like my car videos, don't come on here. Period. Plain and simple. No, I need you to stop acting like a freaking asshole. That's what I need. Okay? Nope. Nobody's crying. I'm sitting there trying to tell this freaking people off. That's what I'm doing, Ollie. You want to start in? You want some of this? Bring it, bitch. I'm in rare form today. I'm ready for this shit. You want arguments? You want fucking drama? You want chaos? Bring it. You came in here. I didn't come to you. As I said to the other ones, you don't like my videos? You don't like my live streams? Don't come in here. Get lost. Go somewhere else. Do something more constructive, not destructive. You want to hold somebody up from trying to get ahead? Do it to yourself. Yeah, I know. My mother used to do that stuff when we were kids. I don't think they even have that anymore. See, when I went down from 325 pounds back down to 240, that's when you could see this wasn't here. I looked bony. It was like all like this. And I didn't look very healthy. I looked kind of sickly because it dropped off so fast. But now that it's still happening, it keeps coming back. So I go from like 260 to 290. And then once I take the pill, it drops back down to 260. But at this point, I mean, hell, I've been in it since April. Here we are, September, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, about 6 months. And the water retention thing hasn't stopped. It's still going. And it keeps building up. I'm afraid to stop taking that pill for, the water retention, because I'm afraid 4 days later I'm going to die, because it's going to wind up building up in my system and it's just going to block me from breathing. And the doctors don't tell you how you can stop retaining so much water. They will not tell you. I've asked, and it was a cardiologist. You would think he'd know something, he's prescribing the damn pills. When your system doesn't put out as much as you put in, then there's a problem. Oh, wait a minute. I got to turn this the other way. Hold on a second. Okay, now I got to plug it up. So otherwise, I'll be here with a dead battery. Now, sometimes I feel good during the day, and early morning is the best time for me because it's still cool out. The humidity hasn't started building up. The sun is not out yet. It's daylight, but it's not sunlight daylight. Like it's not beating down on me, burning me up. So that's why I got the oil pan gasket done. Now, the starter is another creature all in itself, because I don't know what they did with that starter. I have no idea if they cross-fed a wire or if they have a wire on a wrong connector or what. And I have to figure out where those wires are coming from, because they could have been hooked up wrong. Same thing like they did with the distributor cap with the number 1 and number 8 wires crossed, you know? Damn, you have crabs. What the hell are you, 3? Yeah, the big difference between you and me is I've already had a heart attack and I have a stent in my arteries. That's the difference, dumbass. Yeah, and yours is right on cue, right, asshole? You ain't got a clue as to what the hell you're talking about. You're spreading bullshit because you're a fucking asshole. Why don't you tell me your name, jackass? Or do I have to go and search you up? To be honest with you, we were set with those two people in mind. We didn't have a choice. Your other choice was Hillary Clinton, who thought that our military personnel were considered to be expendable, which she should have been locked up for, because she's not riding on the right brainwave. Later on, man. I'm sorry, but this had, like I said, with these people, it has to be said. Yeah, I know. Yeah, big tough badass. Him and his buddy both. Let me go dig up some dirt on you and falsify information and spread it all over social media platforms and make you look like an asshole and a bad egg and a bad person and everything in general when you're not. Because I had the hell was it called now? I keep getting two of them mixed up. No, the engine's not screwed up. Before the starter went moron, the only other problem was the oil pan gasket. And the oil is no longer leaking, dipshit. So the only thing that's got to be put in that car, moron, is another starter, which is in the front seat of the car. You got the brains of an ass, period. You need to grow the fuck up, moron. You want people to hate you? That's the way to do it, pal. Give me the name. Give me your name so I can dig you up. So I can pour out all this falsified bullshit on you. Yeah, give me your name. Give me your name. You want to talk shit about others? Let's see how you like the shoe being on your foot, asshole. Let's see how you like it when somebody rubs that crap all in your face. If it was real, it would really bother me. But this is just straight out bullshit aggravation. For everybody else that's in here, I'm sorry, but that's what these people are doing. They're spreading falsified hate because they don't like something that I'm doing or they can't understand or grasp how I'm doing things, and they got to make problems. Painters Union? I don't know what that is. Never heard of it. Now, I took somebody's advice and put the car up on rims so I could get up underneath it. I had no idea taking that damn thing down would actually dent the car in the back because the rims wouldn't come out as easy as they went in. And I only have a limited amount of tools to use. So I do the best with what I can, what I have. The back on the passenger side, uh, just past the tire, the metal work back there has to be fixed because the rim fell or the car fell off the rim as I was trying to get it out. The jack fell down, and the bead part of the rim actually dented the wheel well part at the end. Give me your name, Mister Keyboard Warrior. Give me your name because you don't want to. That's why you keep saying that. That's all you keep saying. You ain't got the balls to frickin' stand up to me by giving me your name. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun when I'm trying to sit there and restore something and I have more work piled on top of it. How you doing, Enos? Yeah, I know. It says that in your every time you make a text or something. But Yeah, I don't want you thinking anything is pointed towards you guys. I've been badgered and made fun of and had people sitting there posting false truths and making accusations and false stories and everything else. And that's these people just don't have anything better to do with themselves. Yeah, restore to the abilities of the money that I have in my pocket. I'm not a multimillionaire. I'm not the golden goose that crapped out the golden egg. I do what I can with what I have. If that's not good enough for you, go away. Same thing with the Oldsmobile. When that tree came off of it, oh, what's your last name, Austin? Okay, very good. Good. Here we go. Hold on a second. I'll just do this, and then I'll do this. There we go. Because I have no idea who you are, and I don't know why you're doing this. It doesn't make any sense. If you got a problem with Beamer, that's between you and him. I have problems with other people that had nothing to do with you, but you wanted to make it to do with you. So now, you know, hey, you can't show respect. I'm going to show total blatant disrespect. And I have two other channels to put on. I will. Yep. Don't worry. I got a screenshot out of it. I took it. Yep. And I'll even show you after I'm done here. I'll post it in my community post that it has your name, that I took a screenshot. So we'll spread some hate about you and see how you like the shoe being on your foot. See if we can get your blood pressure up and aggravate the hell out of you. Maybe I'll wait until you're 55 so I can give you a freaking stroke. You people are supposed to be here to help one another, not doing what you're doing. You're supposed to respect your elders, not sit there and disrespect your elders. And believe me, I'm older than you. And I wouldn't do half the things that you're doing. I don't have the time. I wouldn't want to do something like that. I wouldn't want to deface somebody by sitting there doing that crap. That's just stupid. Well, when I get off, don't worry about it. I'll find it. I'll show you in the community post. You can go ahead and take a look at my community post after I get off the live stream, and you'll see your name. And so will everybody else. So if they have a problem with you, they'll know how to deal with you too. You want to create hate? You want to slander people's names? You want to cause chaos? You want to spread false truths about people? You want to sit there and alter stories to make them sound like something they're really not? There's a line of reality and fantasy. You're in fantasy world, pal. I'm in reality world. The things that I speak about are actual facts. They're not old ass forms from 2007. They're to date now. Yeah, I have two others, so that way I can get away from this bullshit. And I'm not telling them the name of it either. They can use this one for shock treatment all they want, if that's what floats their boat. And what the hell was that crap about you talking about me liking kids? What is the matter with you, man? Really? Are you that fucked in the head? I'm an adult. An adult doesn't go after fucking kids. Not under any circumstances. It's a federal offense fucking with kids. That's what I was saying all along. If you're going to sit there and post false truths, why don't you post the real story? I watch those pred catchers because they bust assholes who think it's okay at 60, 70 years old to screw around with a 13-year-old. There's something wrong with them. They don't need to be in society. They need to be locked up. Jesus, people are so freaking dense. No, I'm not. You see how I'm talking to you right now. I'm not getting all pissed off. I only get pissed off when they say something, not when you guys say something. When you say something, I respond to you like this because I'm in control here, not them. Yeah. The only one without a criminal record, you dumbass. And I'm not proving anything else to you. It's none of your fucking business. I don't need to. I know what I am, and I know what I have and don't have. You, on the other hand, are nothing but a shock value person who wants subscribers. That's it. And that's your pitiful way of doing it. You're pathetic. And every time you post those videos, I'm going to let you know right now, before I even go on your page, you have the thing for people to be blocked so that they can't report you. You better block your page, pal, because I'm able to report your whole damn page. Good for you. Good luck with that, asshole. And while you're doing that, why don't you keep dreaming and go and live in fantasy world somewhere? Because that's the only damn common sense you have. None. You know what they say? No brain, no pain, dipshit. Exactly. It's a felony to mess with a kid. For you to sit there and what do they call that? They had a word for it. You're not the parent of the kid. Um, you're too old to be with a kid. Let's see. It's a felony if you lead a minor to your place of residence. Okay. It's a felony if you make sexual gestures to a minor. Okay. You could be locked up for years for that shit. You need to grow up, man. You need to grow up. I don't know what your problem is. I really don't. I don't know you from hell and high water. You just popped out of the fucking woodwork. You must know Kelly too, don't you? Because you actually got him pissed off too. What is it with you and seniors? You trying to kill off the older generation so you can move in? Maybe that's why you live such an unguided life. And your yard looks like who hell of who did it and ran. How many of them cars in your backyard run? Because my body wasn't used to taking so many water pills. They had me on the water pill twice a day. So I was going to the bathroom a lot. You know what I mean? That's what that was all about. Now my body's become used to it, so it's not working as fast, you know? Same thing like, what were they called? Not aspirin, ibuprofen. If you take them long enough, ibuprofen, you'll wind up, your body gets used to it. So it doesn't do anything anymore. In the eyes of the law in Jersey, I am. 55 is a senior. Why don't you come on my live stream here, buddy? You want to talk all that mess? Let's have you here. Right here. Let's see if I can get you in here. Then you'd have a reason to say, and I can actually defend myself while you're here. Maybe clear up some of this bullshit. Because I have no idea why in the hell you're doing this anyway. I don't know you. I don't know who you're related to. I don't know who the problem you have. I don't know why you have a problem with me. I don't know why you're starting shit. I don't know any of it. I don't get it. Oh, good, Indiana. Okay, very good. If you're gonna go and drag information up on me, you better make sure you have updated shit, not something from 2007. That becomes public record because nobody bothers with that shit anymore. And like I said, if I was a school bus driver, you have a criminal background clearance check done federally. And if you don't meet the requirements, your license gets revoked. Mine is not revoked. Let's see. If you're PCA and you're taking care of people in their household because they can't live life by their own means, but you're helping them to do something to make their life a little bit better than what it would have been without. You also have to be cleared for that. You can get bonded because they don't want to let somebody in their house that's going to steal them from behind their back. And me personally, I don't take nothing from nobody. Everything that I have is either something I bought or something that was given to me. I don't have to steal. So, yeah, we're about out an hour again, and folks, and I think I've had enough of my blood pressure being raised by stupidity for one night. So, oh, I know. They're what we call keyboard warriors. But the problem is they got to make videos of stupid shit too, and try and make somebody. Yeah, I am still moving. I will be moving probably at the end of this month. Um, I have to get a pods, and then I have to call the realtor in order for her to start showing the house. So I have a lot of shit packed already, but my house is like a total shambles right now because there's piles of stuff that's been packed already throughout the house, and I haven't been able to put it all in one area yet. Probably another house in another state. No, it's a house. Got you too now. Keep spreading more hate, Ollie. Go ahead. Talk some more shit. I don't know. I really don't know if it'll transfer or not. I can't say yes. I can't say no because I'm not sure. You know. The only thing I know is when I was out there walking, my breathing was compromised. And it's got nothing to do with the cigarettes because I don't smoke that many of them. I smoke maybe 10 a day at most. No, I will probably wind up doing something independent. That's I've always been that way. I've always been independent. That's why I don't like that this guy is doing this shit because he's trying to make an innocent person's personality look like shit. And there's no justifiable reason for it. He doesn't have any reason to hate me that I know of. Nothing's ever been said, you know? He just come out of nowhere and started spreading bullshit. He could have found out the truth by asking me, but instead he wanted to play this game. So, and those are what we call shock value um, people. That's what they do. They actually aggravate the piss out of people because they've got nothing better else to do with their life, and they like to make misery or problems, even when there's not one to begin with. Some people you can't reach, because the mentality is not up to speed. That's why I say the mentality of a feeble-minded 3-year-old. Because what the hell kind of concept is you going to have as a 3-year-old? What are you going to be able to be logical about? Nothing. You're barely even speaking, if you are. And if you are, you're probably advanced than most, more advanced than most. I don't know what your job is. What do you do? I couldn't tell you what your job is. I don't know. I'm sure whatever it is you're doing, I'm sure it's helping somebody, have a better life or something. Even if it's your boss, usually when you work for somebody, you're making them richer. You're not making yourself richer. You're barely getting by. Yeah, I know. See, the thing is, they told me that my disability would go probably higher. It would probably go to 15 and then 9 on top of that, based on my work history and for how long I've been working. I could go on early retirement, but I wouldn't get much for a pension. I have two pensions too. So that's pretty much what that all comes down to. Now you guys know. No, I wasn't. No, I was in what the hell I call it? I was in some form of military school when I was younger. Not an institution though. It was you wore the outfit, kind of like I don't know what the hell it was called. Some kind of cadet thing. But it wasn't one where you lived in. So that's where I've gotten a lot of my, don't take any crap from anybody kind of attitude. No, not Salvation Army. No, it was kind of a military school for people that were younger. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how the hell it wasn't institutional though. It was like only during the day. You'd be in the classroom and they teach you things other than just a regular. Yeah, that's it. ROTC. That's it. I think that's what it is. Yeah, military academy. You got it. Yep. That's probably part of the reason why I don't keep my mouth shut because I tell them off. And I don't care if they don't like how it sounds or how it is, but when I speak the truth. I don't speak lies. I have no reason to lie about anything. It's not going to help me or impress somebody else if I lie about something. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. So, But at the same time, if I don't want to answer something, I can lean towards one side or the other. And that should tell you that I'm not interested. I don't want to answer. And I have that right, just like anybody else in this world or on this, in the United States. And the problem with him and his buddy are that they were never taught to respect their elders and their peers. So they walk around with this big blabby mouth, talking all this crap and spreading all this garbage for no reason. Probably because they have nothing better else to do. So that's pretty much it, folks. That's the reason. The only reason why I stayed on here was I knew that guy was going to show up sooner or later, and I wanted him to show up because it's ridiculous how this guy is doing this shit. There's no reason behind it. There's no ethical reason behind any of it. It doesn't make any sense why you would sit there and threaten somebody you don't even know and try and get them fired from their job and cause chaos in their life when they're already dealing with a bunch of shit. Um, I think it had to do with DRC Racing and Will, because, like I said at the time, Dave was promising me an engine stand. He was already not getting along with I don't know if it was Unfinished Projects or somebody else, but they both were him and Will were both talking about getting me an engine stand, and I really didn't feel right taking something from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So like Dave had lost his father, and I was like, well, I'm not going to bother him during that. He needs time to grieve. He's got to deal with a bunch of shit and everything else. So I'm not going to do that. And then I think they spread more hate and more aggravation, and said bad things about me, and before you know it, Brian got involved, and then the only one that didn't get involved in that whole group is Wild Rose Garage, because he's actually a decent person. He's got a brain upstairs. He doesn't let that shit you know get out of control. But see, these people that are doing this stuff, they like drama. That's what they live for. They live for the shock value, even if it's falsified information. They love it. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they're aggravating the hell out of me, because they're smearing my character to be something that I'm not. Okay. That's the reason why I get agitated and why I get pissed off, because there's no call for it. I don't go to their pages, and I don't spread things on my page about them. But if that's what these people want to play games with, I'm going to take this to another channel out of the three I have. And I'm actually going to post a lot of garbage about them. So that way nobody has to be involved with it on this channel. Hopefully that'll wipe them off of it. Yeah, but the other thing was like there were a couple of people on the No Name National side too that John Wilburn plays like, he doesn't have any ill-gotten, disrespect towards me, whatever he does. He does. He doesn't like the fact that, he's mocked me, he's made fun of me. He's even gone as far as making bets with me for $100 that, the car didn't run and all this shit. And when there's multiple videos on the car running, at the time it wasn't running constantly because I had a gas leak from the fuel line. So there was no gas getting into the carb other than what I put in the carb. But the car was still starting up and it was running on its own until it ran out of gas. So in my book, I mean, running wise, as far as the engine goes, that's a running engine. The only difference is you're actually supplying a constant flow of gas instead of a abrupted or a limited amount of gas. So now the car needs a starter. and then the brakes have to be done, and then I have to fix that dent in the back. So that's it as far as that goes. Then I get to finish the paint because I'm going to repaint again. I got multiple cans of turquoise. Yes, I'm going to do it that way because I don't have the money to have somebody custom make the paint for me. I have to watch my money, like I said. Yeah, the one guy sitting there talking about me spending money, and I'm going to call all these people and tell them you're spending money and make sure that they come after you. That's disability money. I'm entitled to that. I put into the system, and nobody's going to come after me for that. My brother's been on disability too. Somebody tried to come after him. Guess what? Didn't happen. So that I shouldn't have to explain that any more than that. Even some of the government people that I've dealt with in the senior settings, the senior center, they told me straight out, when you're on disability, they can't mess with you. Nobody can. They can come after you once you start working again. They can actually freeze your assets. Like if you have a certain amount in your account, you know what I'm saying? Like they can freeze those assets until they're paid off. But if you fall under a certain amount of money in that account, they can't touch you. So that's what that's all about. And the only thing I'm looking for is for people who want to support me, and I'll support them. You know what I'm saying? Um, we're supposed to be here to help one another, not to sit there and undermine each other. Some people don't get that. For those that don't get it, don't bother. Just keep to yourself. Of course, I'm watching the same damn movie more than once. He's actually good in his movies. Uh, Jim Carrey. He was good in the movie Mask. He was good in the movie Bruce Almighty. What the hell else was he in? The only thing I really didn't care for was him in Rubberface. That was kind of stupid, stupid. Like wasn't funny, stupid. And he does the. I just noticed something. He does the same alley in the Mask when he's doing the balloon things for the gang members, as he's doing in Bruce Almighty with the gang members that are messing with the guy that's supposed to be God. Cable guy. Yeah, that's right. That's good too. And he does the same thing too in Mask. He actually goes and blows up his chest like he's some bigwig or something. Uh, yeah, he'll apologize to you when a monkey comes out of his bunghole. Yeah, you're gonna have a butt monkey coming out now. Because today is that day. Oh man, is that a boogie coming out of your asshole? Yes, it is. And it's funny, the monkey that they use for it is the one that they used in the TV sitcom Friends. When Ross actually had that monkey, remember? Yeah, what the hell are they supposed to be? Bees or hornets? Some weird stuff, man, on these movies. I've never seen nothing like that. Weird. All right, folks. I think I'm going to get on out of here for a little while. Coming up on almost an hour and a half. No, I don't watch that stuff. My ex-wife was buying me those. What the hell was it? She bought me those DVDs. I forgot what the hell they were called. The guy got arrested for doing it because I think some of the people that he used in the videos were actually underage. I threw them out. I threw them in the garbage. That I do not like any of that stuff really. And actually, I think nowadays the way that a lot of women are, they need a chastity belt. They spread themselves around until they're so thin they have no respect for themselves. You know, it's the way a lot of them are today. You have all those people that are on what the hell is the damn site? OnlyFans. That's it. The OnlyFans sites. Man, that's disgusting. And I don't sub to that kind of crap either. Better things to do with my time. I got more important shit to take care of than that. And that's reality. That's not fantasy. You know, I don't dabble in that crap. All right, folks. I think I'm going to get on out of here. You guys probably got to get dinner and shit, right? God. And these guys think I'm going to dig them up. I've got better things to do than dig them up. I'm not even going to post their names. I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? I just did that to see if they'd do it. Later on, Top Hat. We'll see you in the next one. I'll probably be live tomorrow. Everybody else, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for ignoring the fact that I had to deal with, shit for brain assholes. And thanks for sticking with me anyway. I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you probably in tomorrow's live stream. All right. Bye.